What's up guys, I'm back here with another review and today I'm reviewing LEGO set 76127, Captain Marvel and the Skrull Attack. Now this set is 7 plus, contains 307 pieces, 3 minifigures, and it released on the 1st of January 2019 and it retired on the 31st of December 2020, and it originally retailed for $24.99 in the UK, $29.99 in the US, and $29.99 in Europe. Now, I'm really excited to get this one. Of course, I'm on my journey to collecting every single set based on the MCU. I have got this sealed, even though it's a retired set, so I'm really happy with that. I got this on eBay, and I got this for a fairly good deal. I think I got it for just above original retail price. I think I got it for £28 as opposed to £24.99, which I'm really happy with because especially when sets are retired, they go up in value, especially when they're sealed. So I'm really happy. And I always wanted this set. I know people had their reservations about the set, and I do have some reservations about the set, but I always wanted this set specifically for the ship. So I'm really excited, and the Nick Fury figure, if I'm honest. But here's your box art. Not your box art, here is the box art. It has obviously, it's all the usual Marvel box art. It has the Captain Marvel logo, it's got, you know, the set front and center, and it has Captain Marvel here. And if I just turn it around, you can see, oh, that's cool, there's Captain Marvel on the side there. I didn't actually know they did that. If I just turn it around, you can see that again, you have a few playability features that it shows you, and then there's the set there again. But yeah, I'm really excited to build this. I think it's quite a small set, which is good. Because I'm running out of space to display my sets. But I'm really excited to build this, so I'm going to go ahead and start the review, beginning with the minifigures. Okay, so starting off with the minifigures here, we of course have Captain Marvel herself. And I do have a few things about this minifigure, generally, that I'm not really too happy with, but at the time it was the only minifigure we got of her, I believe, in the MCU at the time of this set. I could be wrong, because I know there was like a few Endgame sets, or Infinity War sets that came out after. I mean, firstly, if we take a look here, so you can see, so she's got the torso, sort of the printing on the torso, which is fine. I like the printing on the torso. It looks like the suit, and there is a lot of detail on there. But we got nothing on the legs, which is annoying. It's really annoying they use plain dark navy legs. Lego gonna Lego at the end of the day, but that really frustrated me. And then the other thing that really frustrated me is the hairpiece is just not accurate at all. Like, Brie Larson's hair in this film was long. Like, it was at least medium length, like, not this length. This is the hairpiece they've been using for Black Widow as well. And they just recolored it to sort of a light brown. And it just does not work for Brie Larson at all. Like, it just isn't her hair. Her hair also just doesn't bob up. Like, it just annoys me. I mean, Black Widow's doesn't even bob up, but they still use it for her. So it just annoyed me a bit that they used that when they could have used a longer one. Which I think they did. They did actually change the hairpiece in the set for the Marvels, which I've already done a review on. You can go and check that out. But yeah, anyway, turning the minifigure around, she's got this sort of happy facial expression on the front. Turning her around, you can see that she has more detail on the back of the torso. And again, the hair there, just there's detailing to the hair, but it just doesn't suit her at all. If I just take the hairpiece off, you can see that there is another facial expression, which is a bit more of a muted, sort of angry facial expression there. She does as well come with 2 accessories, which are pretty much the same. She comes with 2 blasters. So they are translucent blue blasters, which is frustrating because, as we know, in the film, these were orange, but she comes with translucent blue blasters. And she does come with 2 of those, and they do just clip on really easily, like so. And again, I think they did actually repair that in the Marvel set. Like, they did actually get it right in the Marvel set. But there is a translucent blue, and everyone knows how this works. You basically flick this and it flies, and I'm not going to do it, but yeah, that is Captain Marvel minifigure. Honestly, really not my favourite of this set. Moving on now to Nick Fury, and I really like this minifigure actually. This is one of the reasons I wanted this set, for a young Nick Fury, not only a Nick Fury minifigure, which I don't have, because they until this point, they weren't really doing many Nick Fury minifigures. Like, it was really rare to get them. I think actually up to this point, he was only in that massive helicarrier set, which was extortionately priced. But nonetheless, this is a young Nick Fury. Obviously, in the film, he was de-aged to look like he was in the 90s. And I like this minifigure, I do. I think it does work well. Again, they've used plain black legs, but I don't have an issue with that as per se, as he was wearing a suit in the film. And I like that it's a white suit, and it is kind of unique to him as well. He's sort of got the jetpack on there as well, with the tie, which I think is a really unique print as well, so that's kind of cool. There's not too much detail on there, and it was really simple, but I think it works well for Nick Fury. The facial expression I think works fine. It looks like Nick Fury, there's nothing too much here, and I love the hair as well. They've used the hair, which I'm not sure if, I think this might have been the first time they used it, I'm not really sure, I could be wrong on that, but I know they used it for Falcon a few years later, who it also worked really well for. If I just turn him around, we can see that there is, again, just the detailing continues on the back of the torso, just continuing there, and you can see the hairpiece again, like the bobbly texture. I really like the bobbly texture, I think it works really well. And if I do just take the hairpiece off, you can see that there is another face expression here, which is a bit more angry. So Lego tend to do angry and happy facial expressions for Marvel minifigures. So yeah, that is his angry facial expression. He also does come with an accessory, which is a gun. You guessed it, a gun. He comes with a pistol that looks just like this. If it doesn't want to blur, it does want to blur. It looks just like this, and you've seen them before. They're Lego pistols, and that just clips on like so. Oh, if it wants to come off, it just clips on like so, and you can have him there with his pistol. But overall, I do like this minifigure. Like, I don't really have that many issues with this minifigure per se. The final minifigure here is Talos, the Skrull, and a lot to say about this, actually. This is the only minifigure of Talos we have. He has now been killed off in the MCU, so I would expect this is only ever going to be the only ever minifigure we get of him. I don't think they're going to do, that was a spoiler alert by the way, a bit late, but I don't think they're ever going to do sets based on Secret Invasion, unless they do a minifigure series. I mean, we could get him in that, like a series 3 of Marvel, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, he was killed off, so this is probably the only minifigure we're ever going to get. I'm kind of happy about that. But also it could have been a lot better. I do think they went for the really bright green here. They went for the really bright green. I don't know if you can see how bright it is. And I get the idea. It feels more comic-y to me than like live action. I think the live action was a bit of a darker shade. I could be wrong. I feel like, I don't know. I get it. And it works, I guess. It does look more like a Marvel Comics minifigure to me, personally. I do like the face, though. The face has a lot of, like, marks and details, which just add to that scroll, like, texture. So, like, even you can see here, there's just some, like, tiny little brown bits on the face. Just add it, like, below the mouth, which add a bit of texture. There's obviously the bit coming from the head. And there's a lot of detail on the torso as well, and I like the blend of sort of the blue and the purple. It does work really well here, and you can see again that texture as well, just going across there. Like, adding that bit more detail is always really nice that Lego do that. He does have the plain black legs, but again, I'm not too bothered about that. And he has this sort of disgruntled facial expression, and if I just turn him around, he has got some more detail on the back of his torso. Again, that pattern, it's just really cool that they included that. And it's sort of like, that's sort of got that like shiny pattern as well, which just adds a bit of texture. And then you can see, he does actually, so this head actually is a headpiece, and he doesn't have a second facial expression, but it is actually connected to this piece here, which creates the Skrull sort of eyes, which creates the Skrull sort of, not eyes, the head, the ears, and whatever you want to call it. And that does have a piece at the top that you can put things in, but that just pops on like so. That just goes straight on like that. And yeah, he also does come as well with an accessory. So he does come with a, you guessed it, a gun. He comes with a gun, which actually just includes a purple stud at the front. If it wants to focus, it never wants to focus. It never wants to focus. It includes a purple stud at the front, and it has one of the clicky things at the top, and you just click that and it does shoot out. Everyone knows how they work, and if I just pop it on, you just pop it on really easily, like so. So there he is with his purple gun, sort of a bit more mysticky, like spacey. But yeah, I genuinely don't have that much of an issue with this minifigure, other than the green. Finally here we have Goose, and this was the first iteration that we got of Goose in Lego form. There's really not that much to say here. He looks fine. He's an orange cat. I'm pretty sure it's a reused cat. I could be wrong on that, but it's pretty much an orange cat. If I just turn him around, you can see that he has got he's got detailing all around, which is nice. I like the tail perked up. But yeah, it's pretty much a normal cat, so there's not too much to say on Goose here. As for the set itself, this set is a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but I'm not complaining about that. I mean, it's good for displayability as it's not that big, and it does have some features that I like. It has some features that I don't like, but let's go through it from sort of the start to finish. So it is pretty symmetrical on both sides. You've got this sort of sticker piece here. I'm not really sure what detailing that's meant to show, but you have that sticker piece there. You've also got another sticker piece here with the Shield logo. I like that inclusion, and it's like I think it's like an older Shield logo, which as well adds to the sort of period aspect of it. There is one small difference. So you've got a red light underneath the wing here, and then you have a green light underneath the wing here, but then again you do have the sticker piece and the Shield logo. If we come to the top as well, you do have these pieces here that say no step on them. That is again on both sides, and then on the wings at the back you do have as well some of the exact same again, Danger, Jet Blast, and oh, that did come off, and AZ7973. So that is pretty much the same all the way around. I do like that they have these sort of blasters at the bottom. I think they're unique for a ship generally, for like Marvel or Star Wars or whatever. And these do actually push I believe if you push the back. I don't want to push it in case they come out. Yeah, if you do push the back, they come out. So if you see here, all 4 blasters come out at the same time. If you push this is a mechanism that if you push it, they will blast. I'm not going to do it. Everyone knows how they work. They will blast though. And yeah, they're different, and I think they, again, add to that period aspect. I do like the front as well. The front here is interesting. It's very different to any other ship I've seen. I do have one quarrel about this, but we do have a translucent blue stud here, and then sort of this twirly bit, and it just gives that bit more like look and feel. I mean, it's very unique. Here is my quarrel about this front though. There is no like lever bit that lifts this up. There are 2 studs here that you sort of connect it to, and you literally have to connect the front sort of piece like that. You have to connect it like that, which frustrates me a little bit. Like, I wish there was like you could lift it up and then you could put your person in. Yeah, you can't do that, which is really annoying. And there are also sticker pieces on here, just so you know as well. I like the greater pieces around though. The greater pieces add that sort of like rustic, sort of old jet feel, if you know what I mean. And there are greater pieces up the top as well, which is really hard to show. But there are greater pieces up top as well. And I do think the wings work really well as well. As you can see here on the wings, we do have this texture again. They look sort of like vents, and I think that is what they're meant to give off. And here are the sort of greater pieces as well. And we have this large sort of hexagonal piece, I think, which adds, and this can come up and down. I'm not really sure why you would want it up or down. I think it's meant to be down as well. But it adds again that just a bit more of like, it just adds a bit more to the back really. I mean, the back itself does look kind of unique as well, different to other ships, which is what I like that they did about this. And again, you've got that sort of like the rigid blocks here as well. Just creating again that little bit of texture, which I do think just again adds that bit more to the set. I do like these just reflect sort of the ship blasting off, which is pretty standard for Lego, but it's just nice that they are included. You know, and I do like that the ship is pretty much fully fledged, like all the way around. It's pretty much fully fledged. One quarrel again I do have about this is that there isn't an inside, but for the price I think it's not too bad. Like there's a really tiny inside, and obviously you can put a minifigure in the front, but other than that there's not an inside. And I do think they've sort of wasted the space here. Like clearly there was space here, but to keep the piece count down they've not sort of used that. Obviously you can see, look, where my fingers are going in, there was space there. And I guess for these mechanisms to work, maybe they couldn't use that space, I'm not really sure. But there is one tiny play feature, which if you do just lift this down, this is on a lever, there is a like tiny bit inside you can actually see just a bit inside. And there are studs in there. I'm not really sure why there's studs in there, if I'm honest, because you're not getting your hand in there to put anything on an actual stud. But what this is intended for is you are meant to put Goose inside. You can have Goose inside there and sort of keep him in the ship. You're not fitting a minifigure in there, unfortunately. I guess as well you could store the accessories if you wanted to, which might be an idea. And you can just take this off, as I said, and you can fit Nick Fury in there flying the plane if you just take off the gun, and you can, I believe, fit the gun in there with him. So he just goes in on the studs, and yeah, you can actually fit the gun inside with him, and then this just pops on if it doesn't want to fall out. It's always annoying that there's not like a holder for the gun or something. And then that just pops on like so. And then I guess you can have Captain Marvel and sort of Talos fighting on top. There's not really much space for them. You can sort of have Captain Marvel here, battling it out with Talos if she wants to go on. There we go, that works. You can have her battling out with Talos on top of the ship. There you go, just like that. But overall, guys, this set for me is it's I like it. Is it worth the price? I think so. I think it is. Obviously, there are these things I would change about it. I would obviously change that I would have this on a lever. I do like the front though, and I think the front is very unique. And I do think the ship does have that old feel, like it does look retro. And it doesn't look too modern. And I think the use of sort of the greater pieces and just the excessive sort of vents has established that. And I think yeah, I think it's the right set for the price. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like this set? Do you have this set? Are you going to collect this set? Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really all helps. This channel has always just been to share my love of LEGO with fellow fans of LEGO and lovers of LEGO, and just to share my journey of getting every single set based on the MCU, which I still have a lot to go, but I've got a few more. I have bought a few more as well, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all on the next video.